Hey guys, we're back with another episode of Tacoimposters. Okay, so last episode of the podcast, I was talking about these headphones here. Look, these ones, right? I got one adapter. I'll show you the first adapter. So the first adapter is this. So you see the big, or let me just grab it. Okay, you see the big, right? So you see how this is, oh there, this is, you can't see it super well, but this is a 6.5 millimeter. This is 3.5. Well, you can tell this way. 3.5 millimeter. So you can find 3.5 to my phone. Well, at least my phone it works. I haven't checked it on my computer, and I think by tomorrow, I'm not 100% sure. I ordered it on Amazon a 4.4 millimeter, which is this one, to 3.5 millimeter. And the guy at this music store, because I went to a music store called Long and McQuaid, I think it's called. And the guy was just like, "What are you talking about?" He was like, "I don't know what you're talking. 4.4. This is what exists." And I'm like, "You're a twit, little man, because you just don't care." He's like, "What connects to that? You're a..." And I forgot to bring these in because I had them in the car, but I didn't bring them in when I went yesterday to get them. Oh yeah, today is September 11th. When I'm recording this, but it goes up on the Monday. September 11th, 2020. Get that out of the way. Yesterday, so yeah, I didn't bring it in when I brought it with me yesterday, and I know that guy, I could tell that guy was going to be one of those people who was just like, he would take one look at it and go, "That's some stupidly old, antiquated, like, obsolete technology. Like, it doesn't exist anymore. Don't be dumb." And I'm like, and it's just been like, anyway, whatever. Like, I knew that for a fact. I was like, "You want to go get the headphones?" And I was like, "No," because I know that guy was going to immediately say something stupid like, "Well, nah, blah, blah, blah." You know, like, I don't, you know. He would have been like, "Oh, it's antiquated, stupid, old technology." And I'm like, whatever. And then, I bought this about a month ago, maybe a month and a half ago. This is just a USB, Bluetooth dongle, okay? And it has a thing on it. I don't know if you can see. Wait, let me just check. You can see, right? I don't know. Let me check. Oh, you can. Kind of, whatever focuses. Focus! Right there. You can see a hole. Anyway, you can kind of see a hole. That's what I wanted. I wanted a a Bluetooth dongle to connect. And I thought it would be a standalone thing, but it's USB to be able to connect something into it. So it does come with, like, a headphone, like a 3.5 millimeter male. But I thought it was going to be a standalone device, but no, it's not. But it's better than the other one because it's a both receiver and, like, sender. So I could, like, A, send this out to something, and B, receive it from something. So, like, if I could connect this to, like, a computer that has no Bluetooth, or, like, I could connect it in theory to a TV, and then, like, if I had Bluetooth headphones, I could. But again, there's no menu to, like, oh yeah, here's the menu to set up the, like, Bluetooth adapter, so it wouldn't work as well, but, you know, I guess it would work. I don't know. Anyway. Yeah, so there's that, and I did it last night, and I did it just, like, a few minutes ago, and it was like, oh, that's a cool thing. It's, like, cool to connect them together, so. And now, I have to, because I'm pretty sure I have one. I'm not 100% sure. I'm pretty sure, I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure I have one of those, like, headphone, microphone, like, green, pink, to one, like, it's like this, and then it goes to one at the end, like that. So you connect two on one end, and then one into, like, a thing, like a headphone, or like a phone or something, I don't know. I think I have that, I'm not 100% sure, so, I mean, I know I have it, I just don't know if I still have it, you know what I'm saying, like, that's what I mean. So, I'm going to see if I can connect those two together. I'm going to do two things. I'm going to do that, and I'm also going to do the one where it does just, like, two different ones. So, like, into. But again, if which would be just this adapter. Like, if I get the adapter for this one, and then I'll just put them together, and I'll connect them to, like, because my mom's laptop, one of my mom's laptops, because she has two, because she wanted to bring one to work, but then, you know, this happened, the world happened, so she couldn't actually bring one into work anymore. and she was gonna leave one at work. So anyway, so that's why she has 2 laptops. But she bought them on those like, they weren't necessarily those e-recycling websites, but they were like refurbished kind of. I don't know how to explain it. It's just like you go there and you look for like they're like 10-year-old laptops. I mean, for her, what she does, she's fine with them, so it's good. And I looked at the second one she got, and I'm like, oh, that's cool because it has Firewire, which I wanted for my cameras. It has a microphone port, a headphone jack. It has, I think it has, what's that called? PCIe? No, PCIe, no, whatever the expansion slots they had on computers. What were they called? On, like, laptops. Anyway, it has one of those, I think. So it's pretty good, honestly. It's cool, it's cool, it's good. Yeah, so, yeah. So, that computer has one. So, in theory, I could connect it to that computer? In theory. Also, I could also connect it to my Windows 7 computer, but I want to see if it would run on Windows 10 at all. I do have these things, if I can find one. I think I might, let's do one over this way. So I don't know where I chucked it. Might not be able to find it. Of course. Don't you love when you're like, I don't need this, I can chuck it away for now. And then you need it again, because you're like, let me see if I can find one. If I can't, I'll just forget it. Anyway, I think I've shown it before, but it's like a USB. I don't know where they went. Nah, I don't know where they are. Give me like 30 seconds, and if I can't find them, I'm done. I don't care. It's a USB, what's it called? Sound card device? Adapter of some kind? Oh, there. Oh, what am I crushing? Oh, the case is like this. Is it? Right here, got it. It's a USB. You probably can't see. Well, maybe you can, actually. Focus. Oh, you can't see. Anyway, USB stereo sound adapter. Add a second stereo sound output to your PC. A second. I don't know if I actually explained this when I made this thing. Either I chucked them in the bin, or I lost them, but I don't have, or I lost it, but I don't have the HD audio cable that goes to my computer. I don't. So this thing has no, it won't output sound. And so I got this, and I was like a year ago, about, and it was just like, or a little bit less than a year now, and it was just like July or August of last year. Anyway, or June, but anyway, and it was like, ooh. I wanted it for my laptop and my mom's laptop, but apparently it doesn't work that way. Anyway, so therefore it didn't work. But then I put it on this computer like about a month ago, and it was just like, it works. And I'm like, oh, it works. Cause I was talking to my friend, and he's just like, I got nothing, bro. I don't know what to do. Cause I told him everything possible thing ever. Did you try? He's like, did you try software? What, like, side of it? And he's just like, and I'm like, yeah. And then he's just like, okay, did you try hardware side in terms of like, plug it into every port, try this one, try this one, try that one, this one, that one. And it's like, I tried it all, bro. Nothing I can do, man. I tried it all. So he's just like, I got nothing. Bring it into a repair shop. So I don't know. And then I just connected. I think I know what the problem is. It's that I don't know where my HD audio header is. Anyway, this. So therefore, this plugged in and it worked. So I've had that with my Logitech. Oh, I don't even know what they're called. Logitech something or others. I don't know what they're called. Anyway. So yeah, there's that. So I want to see if, and I plugged this in and it wouldn't pick up the audio from this, but I don't know if that's because I have something connected with the other one in the back. Could be that that's the problem. I'm not 100% sure. You know, it's one of those things. It's like maybe because maybe I can't have the speakers connected to the other one in the back. I have to disconnect it and then put them in. I don't know. Or maybe the mic just doesn't work. I don't know. In theory, the one on my mom's computer would work. I don't know though in practice if like it would actually run proper. I don't know. Bleh. I'd have to try it. So anyway, so at least these work with an adapter with my phone. All I know is that, and they also can be Bluetooth to my phone. which is great. Except you gotta plug it in all the time. And I was like, why don't I just get one of those like $1 or $2? Because I have this one, okay? A $1 or $2 what are those things called? Power banks, right? From like the dollar store or something. Because I don't really need good levels of battery. I just need battery. And I'm like, oh, I'll use this one. This is really cheap, really bad, and I think... Oh, the battery's... Okay, the battery is, bulging. Eeks. Yeah, the battery's bulging. Okay. That's why it's crap. The battery's bulging. Nah, I mean, it worked with the flashlight. I didn't know if that was a battery or not. No, yeah, it's a battery. Dang! I could switch out the battery, but why would I want to? Anyway. Ooh. Anyway, but this thing turns off. Now I think I know why. The batteries are just crap. But it did. It did just, like, crap off on me. You know what I mean? Like, it just would turn off. Even when it was working, like, perfectly properly. Maybe not. Maybe it's not the battery. No, I think it's the battery. Anyway, the battery, even when it was working properly, it would just go up. Like, it would like, turn off after a while. You have to click it again. Why? I don't know. So, anyway. But my brother has one, so maybe I could borrow my brother's. I don't know. Like, he has a real nice... Well, it's an Owen and... Is it Owen and Onio? The thing, the dollar store. The Walmart brand of stuff. Yeah, I think it's... Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, I might just do that. But then it's like a weird thing connected to the other end. You can get, like, small cubes and whatnot, but I don't know. Anyway. I get adapters, too, to make, like, these small ones work. I don't know. Anyway. I could find a way to do it. So, I could, like, make something. I could take, like... I could look at the minimum specs, which are 5 volts, I could do, like, 3 AA batteries or something, and just... Or 3 AAA batteries and put them... I don't know. I might need a circuit, like, between them. I don't know. I haven't tried this. I know nothing of this. Anyway. Yeah, so... There's that. So that works. That's a good thing, so... I'm gonna try that. I wanted to try and get my, this working with Bluetooth, too. This, fake, Xbox 360 controller, because I have the Oculus... Or, not Oculus, it's 360, it's Samsung Gear 360. No, Samsung Gear VR, and some of the things like Minecraft, VR, what else? And the flight simulator game, Flight Ultimate, Unlimited, something like that. Maybe Flight Pro, I don't know. Anyway, the flight game that people were like, you should play this game, it's pretty good. I mean, it's no Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020, or even Flight Simulator X, but it's, you know, decent stuff, that's what they say, for a VR mobile thing. And it needs a controller. And I'm not going to go buy the controller, because I don't care. And I don't want to spend that money. There's like SteelSeries, like cheapo ones, like middle of the ground ones. And then there's like, there's like cheap Bluetooth ones between like 30, 25 and like 100, somewhere in like, you can get anything in that range, and like, they all range really weirdly. So it's like, ugh. Anyway. They're not great, but anyway. And so this is like a decent controller, it's just, it needs Bluetooth, so therefore I was like, oh, maybe if I like... And even if I attached it to the phone, to the Bluetooth... Oh, no, I'd have to connect it to this first. Because I was like, because I could take this adapter, right? The Bluetooth adapter, little Bluetooth adapter. Oh, I have a tape on it because the, there's a tape, I don't know if you see. Because that little light bothers me, and I put it next to me. Because my plug is next to me in bed, and so I just, like, plug it in from an extension cord, so I plug it in. And this is, like, got a blue light that was freaking bright, but I put this tape on it, and it works now. Electrical tape. Anyway, so I can take that, connect it. Where's the end of this? But see, like this, so I need a female-to-female adapter. And they sell them, like, on Amazon, and they sell them on, like, on, like, Wish and stuff. But I don't know if it would actually work. Like, would they communicate with each other, or would it just be like, oh, this is just... And it's not powered by anything, so it's like, oh, that wouldn't work. No, actually, now you know how to think about it, I would need a third end somewhere to, like, connect, give it power. Damn it. Why did I cut that then? Could I use something? Whatever. Anyway, but yeah, so there's that. So I might be able to do that. I don't know. That's that. That's there. That's it. And I'm thinking about Halloween already because I'm like, oh yeah, it's because I found these things, and these are my. I don't know how you pronounce it. Bistol die cuts. They're like the paper things you buy at like grocery stores and stuff, and they're like, they are cheap and garbage and baloney, right? But at least, okay, they are they're like the quintessential. So look, let me grab one. Everybody must know this witch's face. Come on, you got to know the cat, which is this one, right? Come on, tell me you don't know that. Like, where's my remote? You know what that looks like, right? Like, you've seen that, no? That cat right there. That's not classic, like, Halloween stuff. And then you've got to know this house. Come on. And then there's the witch. Which is, which. It's... Oh, that owl. That owl's pretty classic, too. And then there's, where's the witch? There's the witch. No, sorry. And there's the Pumpkinhead guy. And then the cat, I don't know. I don't know if I know this one. Like, what these two cats see? This? It's like, how's that Halloween? I mean, cats are Halloween, but I don't know, you know? It's one of those, like, cats are Halloween, but I don't know. Anyway. So, yeah. I'm going to try and put these up because I just printed them because I was like, I didn't know where to buy these. Bastille die cuts? Bastille die cuts? Bastille die cuts? Anyway. Could be Bastille as in, like, the place in France? Question mark? Bastille. I know there's a singer called Bastille. Anyway. So yeah, that was that. And I put up, because I have this, like, I paid way too much for it, but it's a projecting, like, light. But it doesn't do cool, like, patterns and sequences. It's just like one of those, put a slide in and it just rings around. It's the same, in every single place it's the same. At least it has different ones for, like, Christmas, New Year's, Valentine's Day, celebrations, birthday-esque, like that kind of thing. So at least there's, like, a variety in some way. But it doesn't do a good job of being, what's it called? I paid $50 Canadian for it. So, I mean, I think it's too much, but last year. And I think it's too much now that I look back at it. But I'm not sure if it's actually that bad. You know what I mean? Like, is it that bad? You know, I'm like... But it's definitely, like... I don't know. You know, like, I don't know. You know, you got that, like, maybe it's worse than I think, you know? My mom heard, like, took like, 3 seconds, heard the thing, in 3 seconds was like, no, whoa, it's too expensive. And I was like, yeah. Anyway. Because I broke the, like, I had a lamp going, like, this. It was just, like, a light bulb you switched in. It was all plastic, and it just spun around and made, like, a disco-y, like, light stuff. That broke because the motor was all crapped. Anyway. Yeah, so I broke that. So I was like, okay, I got a new one. And my dad was like, $50? Yeah, we can try this. And we tried it, and it was like, oh, okay, maybe not $50, but, you know. It works. Anyway, so yeah. Yeah, and I don't know what to go out for Halloween. I have 3 contenders. 3 contenders. Yeah. And 2 of them are like, kill me now in terms of, like, lots of work. They both have big pieces that go in your head. So I'm like, oh. One of them, though, I think there's a costume that already exists for this, so I could just buy, like, the headpiece, maybe. Maybe. Depending on how much it would be and depending, you know. Because it's not exactly the most, like, classic or, like, most, like, common or popular thing. But it's also not, like, stupid. The other one's like, no, forget it. Like, I know for a fact there is not a costume for that, necessarily. There's probably pictures of people who've made costumes, but there's, like, I looked up on Google and stuff like that, pretty much. Anyway. But, yeah, so. And then the third one is just like a black cloak with a hood. So, I mean, you will see that for Halloween, though. Halloween's on a Saturday this year. The thing will probably be up on the Saturday. I might even record on the Saturday. I'm not sure, though. Like, I might say, oh, this is Halloween, and it'll be up on the same day. But that I'd have to do like early in the morning, so I don't know. But yeah. Yeah, so you have to do early morning and then be able to put it up on the same day. So yeah, so Halloween. And in the channel we'll have on the Halloween week, like the week of Halloween, we'll play a bunch of games. There's one nostalgic game I played as a kid. Halloween games. One nostalgic, it's not necessarily Halloween, but I'd put it in the like the scary, weird, like, I wouldn't call it a horror game necessarily, but you know, you have that what's it called? It is like horror-esque, I don't know. Horror, but it's like scary-esque, I don't know. Anyway, and I'll find a bunch of other games to play, excuse me, on that week of Halloween, so. For the week of Halloween, yeah. We'll be playing games for the week of Halloween, like, all day, every day. For that damn dare week of Halloween, man. For that damn dare week of Halloween. Should be great. It should be great. And then Christmas will do the same thing, because I'll try that for this year. Yes. For the week of Christmas. Oh, on Christmas we'll definitely have to play Club Penguin. 100%. Because I gotta see what they're doing with Christmas for Halloween, because, Christmas for, I might even try Halloween Club Penguin, maybe. Maybe. I don't know. But we'll play Club Penguin. And the Club Penguin will be written, because they got rid of Club Penguin, but somebody made a faithful recreation of it. Man! Anyway, recreation of it, so, we'll see about that, like, anyway. So we'll play, not this, anyway, we'll, do that for Christmas, yeah. Because they used to have, like, a Santa Claus of some kind, and they had something for Halloween, I remember. Something for Halloween. I don't remember what the heck it was. Christmas was more of like, it was all decorated Christmassy, and was there like a Santa that came around? I don't remember, but I think so, maybe? I don't know. I have not a clue. You know what I mean? I have not a clue. Anyway. Because I don't remember. It's been like freaking 20 years. I'm not even joking. It's been like, not 20, okay, fine. It's been like 12 years. 13 years, 14 years, 15 years, I don't know. I played in like 2009, 2010, and then I like every subsequent like year and a half, 2 years, I was like, oh yeah, I'll find it again, play it again. Because I was talking to my friend, and I was like, did you do any of those like kids MMO games? And he was like, no. And I was like, no, not at all. And I was like, okay. Right? Nothing, you know, no Club Penguin, or no this, no that, no Club Penguin. He was like, oh, I did Club Penguin. And I was like, okay, great. And he was just like, and I made the point of like, it's one of those games that you want to play like every 5 to 10 years, like pull it out, play for like 3 minutes, and be like, okay, I don't care for any adequate amount of time at all. Any subsequent adequate amount of time, like none. I don't care. Play for like 3 minutes, be like, oh yeah, okay. I'm done. Extended amount of time. No extended amount of time at all. None. Yeah, none. You know, because it's one of those games. It's like, oh yeah, I'll pull it out in 10 years. And be like, yeah, great. Show my kids. It was great. And then that's it. This is that. That's done. Ah. My nose. Oh, my nose. Wait. Okay, I'm a party. So yeah. Yeah, so there's that. So I'll do that. I'll do some club, maybe some Pokemon, yeah. But I'll do some games for like the month of Halloween. Suggest games to play in the comments below, because I want games to play, because I need to know what can I play. What can I play? What? Now, preferably free games, but it doesn't have to be free, but or ways of getting them free. Anyway, or games that are really popular, really good, and really fun. I don't know, but yeah. So, or at least easily accessible games. Don't give me games from like 30 years ago. Don't give me games that are like ridiculous. I don't know. Anyway, yeah. So, just games in general, and then Halloween games, and then Christmas games. Might just make a I might make a Discord for it. I'm not sure. In my games Discord? I think I have a games Discord or channel. I don't know. Anyway, I don't remember what I have. Anyway, like a video games section, maybe. I don't know. So yeah, So, yeah, that's what I'll do there. I don't know what else to talk about. Yeah. So that, yeah. I don't know what to talk about. True. Let me see. If it ever loads. If it'll ever load. So yeah, I don't know what to talk about. These headphones. There's this. There's this. Okay, you know what game I pulled out? I pulled out my... What? Anyway. What was I saying? Yeah, I pulled a Brawl. Super Smash Bros. Brawl. I don't hate the game. I don't hate it, no. A lot of people hate it because it's so bad. I think I talked about this last time. It's not the worst. It's not the worst. Okay, I understand it's not the greatest. It is a little slower than something like, something like, Melee. But I think Melee's way too fast. I like, the original Smash Bros. The best. So, right? And yes, I do understand that Brawl is way too, like, it's slow. But it's not as bad as, like, everyone made it out to be. Like people have, like, were saying for years, oh, it's awful, it's unplayable, it's like a broken, I'm like, mess. I'm like, what are you talking about? Okay, it's not a great game, but, by any means, but it's not bad. There's the weird tripping mechanic, there's the weird, there's the bad stuff, but, like, I love Subspace Embassy, because I think it's actually a game. There's, like, a game to it. Now, it's not much more than, like, taking Melee's, not classic mode, the Melee's, like, adventure mode, and being like, oh yeah, let's extend it, like, tiny bit, you know? Or let's extend it just out, just longer, just a longer version of that. She's like, yeah, I get it, right? Like, but it's great. I love that part. I love how that's how you get people, like, get more players. Unlike something like Smash Ultimate, where Smash Ultimate, I don't know exactly how it works because I haven't played a lot of it, but from what I have played, you just play and randomly people will show up. Maybe you have to play with certain characters. I'm not 100% sure, so don't quote me on that. I know nothing of Smash Ultimate. I've played Smash Ultimate for all of, like, probably maybe a half hour in tiny little increments. Because at my, fall retreat at the summer camp that I worked at, they had Brawl, Ultimate there, and I played quite a bit. I played with 3 characters, okay? I believe I played with 3 characters. I know I played with Ridley, and I don't know if I played as King K. Rool. I think I did. And I know I played, and then the character I played was what's her name? Or Inkling Girl. Okay, you know what's stupid about Inkling? Okay, when you pull the Inkling, the default is the Inkling Girl. Why? I have no idea, but the default is Inkling Girl. Why? I haven't a clue, but the default is Inkling Girl. Did I just do what I think I just did? I don't know. Okay. Anyway, yeah. So default's Inkling Girl. So it's like, why? Why is that the default Inkling Boy? But anyway. And then there's 4, which I don't think I like as much as, like, some of the others. Like, it's just kind of you know what I mean? Like you know, when you're just like Cause I only played it on 3DS, and okay, that's a lie. I played, like, a little bit on console, like, in kiosks and stuff, but I did not particularly like it. No. It's not a bad game, but I don't know, something about it. Like, everybody was clamoring about, like, oh, it's really good. This is the de facto version now. We should all just, accept it, and that's it. Like, is it the beyond all definitive version? No. No, stop. It's not. I mean, it's okay, but, I don't know. Because I also thought that the characters would be so much better, the new characters they added, but it's not as good. Like, they added, Duck Hunt Dog, they added, Pac-Man, they added, Mega Man, and I played them, and I was just like, don't know if I like it, because the first time my brother played the thing, because he played it on 3DS, because I only have the 3DS version, right? So he gets that, and he goes, I don't know if I like the D-pad. Second time he played it, he goes, it's fine. What's wrong with it? And I went, but you don't have a problem with the D-pad? And he's like, I don't think so. I don't think it's just a big problem with it. And, I don't think I have a huge problem with it. And I was like, what? I was like, okay, fine. And then I play it with the D-pad, and I went, I just want any kind of, like, real analog stick, please. Just any kind of just real good analog stick. You know what I mean? Just give me a real analog stick. Like, or just any kind of controller, because it's just like, I don't like. Because I don't. It was just bad. Like, that wasn't horrible, but it was just like, I don't like. So, yeah. So, I mean, yeah. With that, I think the game itself is just kind of meh. So, the game itself isn't bad, per se. But they're definitely... It didn't impress me. The same way, like, it impressed a lot of people. But again, could have just impressed people because it was a brand new Smash game. Like, that's a thing. It's like what Andy Schrock says in things like Strike Back podcast. Andy Schrock has that, like, that attitude towards it where it's like, if you step back from something, right? If you step back from something, if you have enough time to see, maybe it won't be your favorite, or maybe it will be your favorite, or maybe it won't, right? Where, because he sometimes steps back from stuff and goes, not my favorite. Or like, yeah, it is my favorite. After he doesn't like it, or after he really likes it. So. Right? Like, so I think a lot of people, for a lot of things, stuff like A Diamond and Pearl, and how it really was a popular game when it came out. But again, it's Pokemon. You could literally put out absolute poo. Like send people a bag of poo with some kind of Pokemon associated with it, and they'd be like, yeah, it's good. Like, right? Because Pokemon. Or Zelda, Mario, or whatever, right? That kind of thing, right? And so... Right? And so I think that's why people, after a while, just would like, this is so bad. Right? Because I think they had that, like enough time to be away from it and be like, hey, this is not the most, the newest one. It's not, like, super crazy popular. It's not new anymore, and, like, the only, And so it's like, And so I think people realize, okay, it's really worse than we thought. Because we... Also, again, I think I've said this before. I'm not sure if I said this before, but... It's the whole mentality of, well, I've seen better. Right? Well, I've seen better. Well, I know what better is. That kind of thing, Well, I know what better is, right? Well, I know what... people do that a lot with, headphones or microphones or even cameras. Because none of these things really necessarily... they don't degrade over time the same way a lot of other things do. And so... you won't see things like your camera on your phone degrade, like physically degrade. Oh, it's degrading. It's old. It's bad. No, necessarily. They're like real, like full cameras, like DSLRs and stuff. In certain ways, can do that. In certain ways, but yeah. And so they do that with that, like it, like they degrade, like they look at it and they just go, yeah, but I know what good is. Like, cause that's the thing. It's not a horrible game. Now that I'm playing the randomizer, it's not a horrible game, right? In any way, shape, or form. It's just that it's just that I know what better is. I know what good is. Therefore, so I'm like, okay, this is not great. You know what I mean? And I'm like, no, it's bad. It's not as bad as it, as we make, like, as people say it is. Really, it's not. But I know what better is, therefore, it is bad, right? You know what I mean? It's like driving a car. It's like driving, like, those, like, early 90s, or, early, like, late 80s, early 90s, like, Japanese, or Korean, like, or Japanese, too, Honda, like, cars, or, you know what I mean, like, the things that were, like, $300, and everyone was just like, oh, yeah. I bought, like, 12 of them before I need to buy one American car. It's like, yeah, but they shat. They garbage, anyway. And then driving, like, an American car. Or or driving, like, a Lamborghini and being like, or, like, a really nice car and being like, oh. You're like, oh. That's crap. And it's like, no, really? Whoa. Because you'll never know. Because if you're the type of person, even if you're the type of person who's, like, point A to point B, right? That's the type of person where it's like, you'd see, like, I know what better is. Like, you could still not care, but you at least know, okay, I know that there is better. That's the other thing, too. With it. It's like, oh yeah, I know there's better. Not necessarily that it's super great, but I know that there's better. Like, or that mine is awful, right? But I know what better is, Like, people do that with phones a lot. They'll just have a phone forever, and then they'll just be like, my phone isn't bad, but I've seen good. Like, I've seen better. I know what better is. I know what the good stuff is. And it's like, well, yeah. Like, one of those, well, yeah. Right? So, that's what I... See, I have all sub, like, medium, middle tier, like, things. And so for me, it's just like, I don't really care. If it outputs sound, if I can get sound into it, right? If I can see the camera, if I can this, that, and the other thing, if the phone calls, like, I'm fine, like, but I know what better is, because I've seen better, you know what I mean? So, anyway. It's like the bad video games are like the bad Tony Hawks, where it's like, because I was watching people play stuff like, Tony Hawk 5, Tony Hawk, HD, the ones that people just consider really bad, and I'm like, and they're like, it's not the worst thing ever, and it's like, no, it's really not. It's just that you know what good is supposed to be, or you know what it's supposed to be. It's like, I don't know if I said this before, I've said this before, but like, it's the reason why my youth group at my church was, ended up being garbage at the end, and they tried to, like, subtly, like, shoo people like me, and like, all the people who have been there before, because, okay, if you don't know, we got a new youth pastor, like, right, and the youth pastor just, she wasn't as good as the other guy, I'm just going to say that, right, and I'm not going to go into the politics of this church. It's not good. I'm just going to say that. But anyway, it's not great. But, she was not great. And so, she like suddenly tried to kick the people who had been there before with the previous guy, like shove them away, like out, like shoo you away, like it's like not like because we brought things up to her and she would just be like, it's like kind of like a. I don't know, I don't know, you don't know, like I don't know, you don't know, no, like and so because she wanted to just be the whole thing where like everybody involved knows nothing of the last guy and it's great. And then she can do whatever she wants, and then they don't know what good is supposed to be, or they don't know what it's supposed to be, right? So I asked the one guy who had been there before her, and he's just like, "It is what it is." I'm like, "Don't say that." It is what it is. I'm like, "Don't say that. Tell me." Anyway, but yeah, so it's kind of like that. How, like, but I know what good is supposed to be. Or I know what it's supposed to be. This is not it. This is not it. And, right?
Can you take out the ice pack from the freezer?
Right. And the other thing with it was, it wasn't necessarily that it was actually awful or horrible. Wait, where was I even going to go? Where am I going with that? She wanted everybody out bad. She was away. She didn't do anything. Oh, I don't know what I was going to say now. And this is what good is. Oh, yeah. The thing with youth groups, right, is you're trying to bring people to Jesus, right? Okay. To God, to Jesus, right? And the problem with her is she didn't have enough of these events. By the end, she's still going, but by the end of while I was there, you just got more and more of these, like, it's a Christian event, instead of, here's an event that you can bring anybody to. Because I said that near the end, I was like, where's the event I can bring the Satan worshiper to? And the Satan worshiper wouldn't just, like, run for the hills. Or the atheist. Or just the agnostic, or whatever. You won't just run for the hills, It's not like, boop, I'm running for the hills, bye. Fuck no, I'm not doing this. I'm out. I ain't doing this, So, anyway. Right? There were, like, less and less, to the point where it's just like, how do I bring my friend to this and not have him go crazy? Because the youth leaders would do that all the time. Like, they would know. They'd be like, hey, the event you bring is, you don't bring them to the worship night. You don't bring them to the Bible study parts of the nights. You don't bring them to this, that, and the other thing. You bring them to, whatever. The sports night, the cooking night, the airsoft night, whatever. Anyway, so that's that. So that's the problem with it. So and I could talk about that forever. I could literally talk about that forever. This thing I could go on. I don't know. But I gotta get this wrapped up. So, but yeah, I think that's the thing with the video games. It's kind of like that, where it's like what good or like whatever property. Pick a property, and pick a version of the property that went down the shooters, down the tubes, or just was not great. And the thing is, what good is supposed to, or what it's supposed to be. So you have this but this is not it, or you kind of know what you want it to be too, like with the new stuff, like, oh, but I wanted it to be like this. Why is it crap? And that's, I think, another reason why people don't like new things or remakes or revisions or stuff like that. Where it's like, but I know what good is, or I know what it's supposed to be, or I know what I would have wanted, right? So I think that'll be it for now, guys. Again, links in the description. If you want to get in touch with me, there's the email address, tacoimposters@gmail.com. There's a Discord, and there's a Patreon if you want to see better quality content. Please support me on Patreon. So, yeah. There's that. And then tell me in the comments below what I should do with the channel, what I should do with the podcast, what I should do with this 360 camera, what I should do with my life. I don't know. Anyway. Or what I should play. What games I should play for Halloween to get ready for that. Or just games in general. And then for Christmas after that. So, yeah. I think that'll be it for now, guys. So, adios, mi amigos.